Hey, what is up, guys? This is Messenger of Israel here. In today's video, I'm going to be showing you guys how to keep the Ten Commandments. So with all this being said, let the video begin. Alright, so starting at commandment number 1, for it is written in Exodus 20, verse 3, thou shalt have no other gods before me. So what these other gods, the true living God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, the creator of all things that you see with your very own eyes, is what he's saying is that don't be following these pagan gods, because these pagan gods are evil. They all do all types of evil things of paganism. You know, there's pagan gods such as Molech, Allah, Buddha, and Zeus and Beelzebub, and they're all like prince of the devils, really, and all that stuff, and they all are like, demons of Satan. Like Satan is in charge of those demons and all that stuff, and make sure you guys don't be following these pagan gods, because they do all types of evil rituals and all that stuff, really. And and God himself, the creator himself, wants all the praises and glory and honor really to him only, not to all these pagan gods, really, that do all types of evil wickedness in this world. Alright, so commandment number 2, for it is written in Exodus 20, verse 4 through 5, thou shalt not make unto thee any graven image or any likeness of anything that is in heaven above, or that is in the earth beneath, or that is in the water under the earth. Thou shalt not bow down thyself to them, nor serve them, for I, the Lord thy God, am a jealous God, visiting the iniquity of the fathers upon the children unto the third and fourth generation of them that hate me. So he doesn't want us to be making graven images, you guys. And the prime example of this is the Roman Catholic Church, really, when they think about, but they do have the worship of Mary, which is extremely unbiblical, because nowhere in the Bible will you actually find that worshiping Mary, that Mary prays for us, is in the word. Like, it's not in the word at all. They came up with their own traditions of man-made doctrine. So if you guys are in the Roman Catholic Church, stay away from that church, you guys, because they'll have you fall into idolatry, which God really hates, really, and all this stuff, having you bow down to Mary and all that stuff. Alright, so at commandment number 3, for it is written in Exodus 20, verse 7, thou shalt not take the name of the Lord thy God in vain, for the Lord will not hold him guiltless that taketh his name in vain. So there's ways to take God's name in vain. It's just by misusing and dishonoring his name. And also, I want to point out, don't be out here saying OMG when you guys are out and about having conversations with people, because that is actually taking God's name in vain, and that is very disrespectful toward him and his name, really. And we supposed to be as believers, be representatives of Christ, of God, really, by showing a good example to the world out there. And then also, I'm going to point out the hypocrisy as well. There is people that are playing church out there, claiming to follow God while living in a way that contradicts his teachings. Like, there's people out there that plays church, really, but then it's like, when they're outside of church, they act just like the world, really. And it's really bad, making God's name in vain, really, just making his image look bad. So make sure you guys that are out there in public, don't be following the ways of the world. Be a good representative of Yahshua HaMashiach, you guys, because God, he wants us to walk in his ways perfect. And I know we're gonna fall at times. I even fall at times too, but we got to get back up and show people that like, we are representatives of God, and we can't be out here making his name look bad. Alright, so commandment number 4, for it is written in Exodus 20, verse 8 through 11, remember the Sabbath day to keep it holy. 6 days shalt thou labor and do all thy work, but the seventh day is the Sabbath of the Lord thy God. In it thou shalt not do any work, thou, nor thy son, nor thy daughter, nor thy maidservant, manservant, or maidservant, nor thy cattle, nor thy stranger that is within thy gates. For in 6 days the Lord made heaven and earth, the sea, and all that in them is, and rested the seventh day. Wherefore the Lord blessed the Sabbath day and hallowed it. So the Sabbath day is a holy day of rest. So it lands on Saturday. So basically, it actually does land like on a preparation day, in a way, on Friday sundown to Saturday sundown. So from there, guys, you got to stop whatever you're doing. Stop working. Don't work at a job. And make sure, if you guys have a business, make sure your employees don't work on that Sabbath day too. It would be very unrighteous for you to have your employees to be working on a Sabbath day, and then you guys have the Sabbath day off as business owners. Like, don't do that. That's not right to be doing that. And rest from all of your works, you guys. Don't be lifting anything heavy. And then I will go into more detail on how to keep the Sabbath day in a future video. But for right now, you guys, keep the Sabbath day on Friday sundown and Saturday sundown, and make sure you guys are not working at all and all that stuff. So you guys keep that in mind. In 6 days, you guys do have 6 days to work, and then the seventh day is just a day of rest. Alright, so commandment number 5, for it is written in Exodus 20, verse 12, honor thy father and thy mother, that thy days may be long upon the land which the Lord thy God giveth thee. So this is very simple, you guys. Honor your father and your mother, really. And guys, I want you to guys keep in mind that if your parents try to make you sin against God by just go cussing out a neighbor when you're being ordered to by parents to do so, don't do that, you guys, because that is unrighteous and unholy. Don't make your parents try to make you sin against God in that way. You do not have to obey your parents when they're trying to make you to sin against God. Use wisdom, you guys, when it comes to these things. Obey your parents when they're right in the Lord, when they're trying to give you godly counsel when it comes to disciplining you. That's the only time when you listen to your parents, you guys. So keep that in mind and have sound wisdom. Alright, so commandment number 6, for it is written in Exodus 20, verse 13, thou shalt not kill. So this is pretty simple, you guys. Don't be out here killing your neighbors, really harming them physically or unaliving them and all that stuff. So now I also want to put out there is you guys got to be careful with your tongue as well of how you speak to people. Because if you speak to people in a very harsh, harmful way, people will end up start unaliving themselves, and then that is blood on your hands. So I'm just letting you guys know about that right now. Be careful of your tongue as well. It isn't just something physically harmful, like you having a gun and you just pow somebody. No, it's not only that, but it's also your tongue as well. So be mindful of what you say to people. Alright, so commandment number 7, for it is written in Exodus 20, verse 14, thou shalt not commit adultery. So when you guys are married, make sure you guys don't be out here committing adultery with different types of people, really, because that is a dangerous sin against God and your partner as well. And the Bible also says you will reap what you sow, because you could potentially destroy your marriage that way, and then boom, that's it for your marriage. Your marriage is finished, and all that stuff. So make sure this ain't you guys out here committing adultery as well. And also for the people that are out there that are not married, make sure you're not out here fornicating with other people's husbands and wives. You guys better stop doing that, because God will cut heads off when he catch you doing that, when it's not repented of and all that stuff. I'm just giving you a warning. Okay, so commandment number 8, for it is written in Exodus 20, verse 15, thou shalt not steal. So this is pretty simple, you guys. Don't go out there stealing groceries and stealing people's possessions, cars and stuff, the people that really worked hard for it with their hard-earned money, really, and all that stuff, really. So I'm just letting you guys know, God really doesn't like it when we steal things from people. And be mindful of what you're actually doing out here, because when you steal, you guys, you're setting yourself up for judgment when it's not repented of. Alright, so commandment number 9, for it is written in Exodus 20, verse 16, thou shalt not bear false witness against thy neighbor. So what this means is, you guys, is don't be out here making lies by gossiping about somebody, making false witnesses on a family gathering, and even at work too. This happens a lot in the workplace, where people try to make lies against one person that they really don't like working with, just to try to set them up and get fired. Make sure this isn't one of you guys doing this, really, because God really hates such actions, and if it's not repented of, you will get judged in a day of judgment. And in fact, this is one of the abominations that God really hates. So be mindful of that, you guys. Alright, so commandment number 10, for it is written in Exodus 20:17, thou shalt not covet thy neighbor's house, thou shalt not covet thy neighbor's wife, nor his manservant, nor his maidservant, nor his ox, nor his donkey, nor anything that is thy neighbor's. So coveting is another form of wanting somebody's possessions. If you want somebody's house that looks really beautiful, you're gonna do something that you gonna do in order to get that person's house, really. And that is very dangerous, and wanting to covet somebody else's possessions, especially the wife as well, because that is pretty wicked, to wanting to covet or just want somebody's wife really for yourself and all this stuff. And God doesn't like such things. You guys, make sure this isn't you guys wanting to covet possessions. Get your own wife, get your own house, get your own car, get your own things. Don't be coveting after somebody else's possessions. Alright, so that's pretty much it for this one, you guys. So for all my Israelite brothers and elders out there, if there's anything that I missed, feel free to drop it in the comments below. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Leave those up. If you guys new to the channel, make sure well subscribe, and I'll see you guys in my next video. So bye bye guys, and stay safe.